You never heard from him after that, you know. I had actually lots, on a personal level, I had lots of favourites, obviously. I thought The End were a good band. And, you know, eventually The End, you know, in one form or another, became Something Happens.
Here we have a youthful Tom Dunn fronting The End in mint pants that could well be described as the living end.
There was Light a Big Fire, they had You Can Love a Woman, but they sold that single and on the cover it said, do not pay more than 50 pence for this song. I've still got the 7-inch, but there was the likes of Something Happens then became, with the paisley shirt sort of thing, Tom Dunn, and your man who was the guitarist had all the moves, and we got big into them. Saw them in, I drunk about 3 flagons of cider, I think, one night outside the National Stadium, and saw Something Happens live there. It was great. Myself and the brother drove, he had a car, I don't know where we got the car on the night, but we had a good time at Something Happens.
Giving Crazy Cavan a run for his money in the What the Hell Is He Singing stakes, a slightly older Tom Dunn with the relentless upbeat Something Happens. Yep, when it comes to being cheeky and chirpy, nobody outbouncied The Happens.
There was a period between around 1986 and 1988 when live music in Dublin was dominated by a tiny venue called The Underground, which is no longer there. It was on Dame Street, it was down the stairs, and in that venue bands like The Stars of Heaven, Something Happens, House. I remember seeing early Power Dreams playing there when they were all about 5 years underage.
I loved Something Happens because we all thought the song was about condoms. And when we were young and we'd never had sex before, this was hilarious. And apart from it being a very good song, like, you know, I just thought it was brilliant. Take a parachute and go when everyone else is gone.
Condoms on The Late Late Show. Something Happens' best-known song. This excellent performance is marred only by Dunn's haircut, an unfortunate cross between Highwayman Dick Turpin and Dougal from the Magic Roundabout.
I have to take flight. If the winds don't catch you, I will. If the wind's not there, I'm here. Don't look out before you. You know it's a long way down, but I'll make it safer for you. Your parachute won't let you down. Take your parachute and jump. Maybe come back tomorrow. Take your parachute, I am. Take a stop you ever get in sorrow. And if the winds don't catch you, I will. If the wind's not there, I'm here.
The Boy Road to Glenroe beat it to #1, which was just disgraceful. And it was quite upsetting, almost at the time, like, just as kids, you kind of took it personally that these L ones had sabotaged the charts and ruined a great song like Something Happens by putting Miley on #1. And it was really bad because later on, when we went back to school in September, after listening to this great song all summer, our teacher thought it would be a great idea to teach us The Boy Road to Glenroe